All right. Welcome to our SohoMuse virtual entertainment series. SohoMuse is thrilled to provide our members with an outlet to perform during these unprecedented times, and we are delighted to have partnered with MuseTech in putting this series together. Tonight's performance is being graciously donated by the artist. However, gratuities are welcome. We'll be posting links to a virtual tip jar throughout the show, and all proceeds go directly to the artist. So without further ado, let's meet tonight's artist. Throughout the career of Luciana Pampalone, her vision as a photographer, art director, and concept artist has been invaluable to a wide array of global companies, from GoldenEye Spa Resort, Navadestinations, YogaFit, McCann Erickson, Bridal Guide Magazine, Jones Magazine, Artshesays, Hearst Publishing, Macy's.com, HSN, and Oil of Olay. On assignment throughout the world, Pampalone has been trusted with securing branding images for advertising agencies, travel agencies, bridal companies, and cosmetic companies. We're going to have a question and answer session a little later, and right now we're going to go through something kind of new that we're doing. So here we go. Thanks, Luciana.
Okay, great.
Take it away.
It's great to be here. It's wonderful to be here. Welcome to my new home, and we're outside, which is really, really, really cool. And I'm here with Fred DeVito and Liz Halfpap, and they created Core Bar Fitness and Fit and Exhale as well. They're the creators of that, and they're here graciously with us to do a mini photo shoot on the water. So we're gonna do that whenever you tell me to do it. I will. Here we go. Follow around. I've got my camera plugged in, and here we go. We're going to do position 1, which is a stretch, basically. There's 2 stretches, correct? You got it. Okay. Here we go. Wonderful. Okay, the next one would be this arm stretch. What is this called, you guys?
Eagle arms.
What is it called?
Eagle arms.
Eagle arms.
Eagle arms.
Okay, this is called eagle arms, everybody. Okay. And look towards each other and look up. And you can probably see some of the images coming in here on the monitor. What I like to do is I like to show the client the pose. So if we have to correct it or styling, we can do it right then and there. That's why I'm shooting live into my laptop. So I can turn this around, show Liz and Fred what they're doing. They're okay? Okay, good. So we'll do a few more of these. And we're right on the water. We've got a little power boat launching over here. So we might not be able to hear very well, but we're going to continue on. And we'll have the power boat in the background. It was so quiet before. We're here with just nature and relaxing. Okay, you got the shot. So when I see it in the monitor, I stop and move on to the next shot. So the next shot will be. Oh, is this the okay? This is the one leg stretch. What is this called, you guys?
Round back abdominal.
Round back abdominal stretch. I did a whole book with them, entire book. Let me come over here so you can see actually the stretch. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Ready?
Okay, ready? So they have to hold these stretches and positions, and they give me beautiful hands as well, because you guys are so graceful. Oh, look at, okay, this is wow. This is I call it the V. This is the ab. So I'm going to adjust that. Look up, look up. You guys look amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. So you can see in the monitor, I don't know if you can, with the cam there, you can see some of the things we did here and roll through. So these are just raw images, but at least we know where we are and everything's there to view. And this is here. I'm going to show you guys. So we can sit here. There we go.
Love it.
Amazing.
Okay, so I think that was the last here. Are you going to do another stretch or something single?
Let's
Yeah.
do the this one. This side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell us about this one. I always like to talk to everybody I'm shooting, so I get an idea of what they're doing. Especially these guys. You learn so much, and to take one of their classes, and they're doing classes on Zoom now. They will get you in shape. I mean, I gained 5 pounds over this whole lockdown. I was eating cheese, drinking every day, but start working out again and you will lose it, especially with you guys. They're great. It'll come off. That will come off. That will
We're
come.
here for you.
I know. Yeah, right. You're here for everybody, right? That's the thing. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's great. Beautiful. Nice. Great. Okay. Oh, that's good. Nice stretch. Maybe I'll go and do a higher angle. Let's see. So I can see more water. So maybe come. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so we'll do this. So you see a couple different perspectives here, from way low to higher, so you can see more water as well. And then looking out, we'll do 2 different angles. Looking out, I'll start low, and then we'll go high, high, high. Oh, that's great. Beautiful. I love that. I've been working with you guys with Fred and Liz for several years now. We first did our first job was a book together, right? Bar Fitness book, which you can get on Amazon. And it was funny because I started taking the classes, and then I got called by the book publisher to do this book. They were like, "Are you even interested in doing this fitness book?" I said, "Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I've been taking these classes. These guys are amazing." So it's weird how everything just pulled together for us to meet, and we've been working ever since. For those several, and we just did their website together. Yeah.
You just
They're
capture
fast.
movement so well, Luciana.
Oh,
the way
thank
you capture you capture the essence of the movement, but also you capture our personalities.
That's my job.
Great eye.
That's my job. That's my
Great eye
job.
positioning.
That's my job.
Yep.
We trust her to tell us, are we in the right position?
Right. Or this is your better light.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're kind of backlit. But I just wanted to show the environment. We have another shot we're going to do, and I'm going to shoot on the upper deck, and I'm going to shoot down, and they're going to be doing a Thai massage pose or position, right? So I'm going to, if you like, I can do questions before I set up for the next shot, or just go right to the next shot. You tell me, what would you like me to do?
I think it would be cool to ask you a few questions, Luciana, and listen. I mean, there's no greater landscape. My God, watching you and doing this, truly,
You can't go, right?
you cannot go wrong at all,
Bless
right? So, Luciana, what's so great about you is you're so incredibly artistic and creative, right? In everything that you do, from your amazing aesthetics to just, how you see things. So I would love to know what inspires you the most, and let's start from the beginning. Let's kind of begin at when photography really caught your eye. Like, this is something you wanted to do, and then really what inspires you.
Oh, wow. We're gonna go way.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how much time you have, but okay. So I've always been a creative beast, so to speak. My mom and my dad was very creative, very artistic. My mom always encouraged me. I never got coloring books. She always gave me crayons and a pad because she knew there was some kind of talent there I'm talking really young age. And I would draw, I would paint, and I took every art class in high school, everything except photography. Why didn't I take photography? Because I thought it was going to be too technical. This is back in the day where they had film and processing. And so that was the last art class I took, was photography. So I decided to go to art school, and I went to the School of Visual Arts, and I showed them my painting, my drawing, my photography, everything. And they looked at it, and they said you should go and be a photo major, basically. So and that's, how it all happened. I think the first inspirational, really inspirational thing was at 16, I was on a high school trip at 16 years old. And we were driving in New York City, and I saw this female photographer, when I was in high school still. And I saw her taking fashion photographs at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And I was like, that is so cool. I want to do that. And the cool thing about it is that I did do that. And I do that still. So I've been a commercial photographer. Basically, I've been shooting professionally since I was 18. So I've been doing this all my life practically. And art, whether it's interior design, decorating, or even arranging the flowers on my back porch or furniture, it's just part of who I am in terms of being a creative and just surrounding yourself with beauty. And I learned that when I was on assignment in Japan. I was in Kyoto, and the Japanese are amazing. It's an amazing culture, but they really surround themselves with beauty, and also being in France. I lived there briefly shooting. I lived there for a couple months, amazing experience. And the French are the same way, and the aesthetics there, and the Italians the same way, the Spaniards. So I absolutely love traveling. Most of it has happened through work, but I do, do it from my personal love is traveling and experiencing different cultures. And I think that's mostly the most inspiring thing, is to see different plants, to see different people, to see different paints, to see different architecture. I mean, that just to live. And I'm so blessed that I got to travel before this whole lockdown happened as much as I did. So I hope that answered some of your question.
Yes, it did. Do you find that the rawness of where you first started and working with film, and now obviously modern day technology, is it something that you enjoy, or actually the rawness of where it used to be was something that you really loved, like the whole process of that?
It's just a different technique. It's a different process. What's happened now, which is really interesting, it's gotten really raw. I used to have an assistant. There was a makeup artist, a stylist. The crews were a lot bigger. Now I do everything, myself, because I've had to scale back so much because of the situation that we're in right now. So it is kind of raw. And when I do my personal black and white fashion erotica work, I don't like anybody on set with me. I don't ever have an assistant. So I always kept my fine art photography really stripped down and raw. But the commercial photography was always bigger crews. So that's, I think, the difference. There's something lush about shooting film, though. I got to say, it's incredible. But there's a faster workflow to digital.
Luciana, let me ask you, during the pandemic, how, just as you started off by saying that, you were indulging and then you kind of taken a step back, like, how has it been for you creatively?
I had a huge distraction, and we had just bought this house. So I felt that this was the time to work on the house. So, and that's what I did. I refinished floors, I refinished furniture. So as an artist, I don't mind being alone. And even when I create my own paintings and mixed media, I don't want anybody around. So I was fine with this, actually. The only thing I missed were my friends, though, seeing them in person, that kind of connection. Thank God we have, phones we can pick up and see people with. But that was the biggest thing I missed. But in terms of being distracted and being creative, no, it was like unbelievable. I got to redo a whole house, basically, and garden.
Exactly, which is so beautiful. And we all get to see this incredible backdrop. My God, it looks like a painting. Now, we love that you create some very erotic visuals of, the portraits of both male and female, which I think is so gorgeous, right? How do you find those angles and the difference between male and female? Is that really significantly different for you? Or do you just kind of in the way that you shoot your nudes, which again is, is it sexually driven? Is it more about, okay, good. See?
No, it's funny. My background's fashion. So I really costume everybody. I wardrobe people. So we're not really shooting nudes, even though it seems so erotic, but it really isn't. I've been shooting this type of photography for 25 years. So it's kind of an extension of myself. I feel I shoot women better because I am a woman. So it's easier to shoot a woman for me. I love men, but they don't have the form. A woman has an amazing shape. I mean, some men do, but for me, the majority of what you can do with a woman's body is amazing in terms of shapes and light. So it's easier for me to shoot a woman because I'm a woman, basically. It's a natural way of being, and I've done this for so many years, and I think the background in fashion really helped me shoot in this genre. And I even make my own fishnet clothing. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks. So I'll make, out of a fishnet stocking, I'll make a top for one of my models, or a sleeve, or a neck guard. I mean, I'll just create based on, say, a pair of stockings. So it's kind of cool to see that happen. That's creative within itself, not just the shoot, but actually creating the garment for the shoot.
Yeah, no, I can absolutely see that. Question before we move on to seeing your next element of the shoot.
Okay.
Who were your mentors? And obviously knowing that, your family is very creative, but.
I would say Helmut Newton, Mapplethorpe, amazing. George O'Keeffe, incredible. Gustav Klimt, amazing. I mean, I'm inspired by actual artists, not just photography. I don't really try to segregate that. Those are just creators. I feel, we're here just to create. And that's basically, those would be if I had to rattle off the top of my head, those would be the mentors right now.
How incredible. All right. Well, we can't wait to come back and speak to you more, but we'd love to see you more in action.
Okay.
And,
okay. So I'm going to run to the top deck, take a swig of water.
Okay.
Okay. Liz and Fred are going to get in their
new positions.
tie massage position. I've got to take my camera upstairs. You can look at Liz and Fred for a sec. And I'm going to run upstairs. Leave us here. Tell them what you're going to do, guys.
Okay.
Explain the position.
So these are some traditional Thai massage poses. I've been doing Thai massage stretch for about 17 years, and Elizabeth is
I'm lucky to be the model.
she's the recipient of my practice. So when I need to try new moves, she's the first one on the mat, ready to go.
Just tell me when.
And since we both have physical lives as teachers of movement, this is therapy for us. So I'm going to do hamstring pedaling to help give her range of motion in her hips and to loosen up her hamstring. So let's take this leg out straight, and let's drop the knee out to the side. So I take my feet on her hamstring, and everybody has different degrees of pressure. So knowing Liz as I do, I could work with her to make her relax. I'll coach her how to breathe, deep inhale, exhale. So as I pull with my hand and push with my feet, I'm creating a pedaling action, and I work up and down the hamstring. And then I'll change the angle from horizontal to vertical. And I'll come underneath and approach it this way. So this also tractions the knee joint, opens up the knee a bit. And I'm just putting pressure into her hamstring as I pull with my hands. So I use my body as leverage, lean back.
It feels really good.
And I try to keep her loose, because if she tenses up, or if she tries to control it, like Liz's habit sometimes, it makes it a little more challenging. Now I'm going to the sits bone here, and the final move is the traction the leg.
Okay, I'm going to get a shot of that. That looks great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I release that and bring her up. Now we can see the result of the work in a hamstring stretch.
So flexible.
And everybody's different with this. Liz, as you can see, it's hard to get her to stretch any more than that.
Wow.
Word out of the shot.
And of course, whatever you do on one side, you got to do on the other.
Thank God.
So she's going to bend her knee for me, and I'm going to pedal. You can maybe get a better view here. So I'm pushing, leaning
That
back.
looks great. This is really cool angle from above.
Just go more T with your arms. That's it. And then I'll take it up. And I'm always checking in with her to make sure she's relaxed.
Great. Good. This looks super,
Soft.
super relaxing.
And we stretch.
We're going to change the position now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's abort that one, Liz, and you can lie on your side. Drop your right knee over to the left.
Oh, that's a great stretch.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're ready for.
All right, now stack
In
your shoulder
position.
a little more here. Get my foot under here. Bend your knee.
So great for the hips.
Take a deep breath. So this is a big flexibility stretch here. I'm just going to pedal my feet. So I'm stretching her hip on my bottom side and her shoulder on the top side.
This is a great angle too, guys.
I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, but look up, Fred, for a shot. Great. Oh, this is great. Fantastic.
Okay, now stay
That's
there,
good.
straight this
Good
way.
here.
Here, I'll give you one more, Luciana. Here's a
You
beauty.
got it. You
Cross
got
that
it.
over.
We keep shooting this all day.
Right? I have to move.
I'm gonna-
Bird's eye
I'm
view.
gonna lift you, stay there.
Okay.
Ready?
Now I'm going to shoot this from a couple different angles. Okay. We're gonna take it there, and I'm going to move down a little bit more. All right.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. So we're going to do it again.
Okay.
And then let me come back over here. You're enjoying this. I could.
Oh my gosh.
I could see
Turn
your
over.
face.
Turn over to your other side.
Great.
Turn over.
This side, okay.
I'll do the same moves on this side.
Okay.
I'll come out to this edge a little bit more, Lisa, so she can. That's it.
I was waiting for this
Can
all
you
day.
pull her down just a little bit more? Pull your
Down
foot
toward-
down
This
this
way?
way, just so I get away from that cord. There you go. Okay.
Ah,
You're right about this sisal.
It right? It
So
worked out
soft.
well.
I'll take this arm.
I had this wrapped up. I said, you know what? This is
Let
going to
that
work
knee drop.
perfect.
Bang,
This is a
bend
good-
your other knee.
This is great angle here.
Okay, here.
So when she's totally in position, tell me
Ready?
when.
Okay, now.
Okay, here we go. Great job, you guys.
How's that feeling, Liz?
Mm.
She's speechless. Okay, let's drop that. Now bring the bottom one underneath. That's it. There.
And just pull her back onto the sisal more, so she's more in the middle of the
Mhm.
frame. There you go.
is that
Is that
good?
good?
Rich? Is that good, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great. Great. Thank you.
I'll just drape this arm over here. Leave the bottom arm. Deep breath. And here I go.
Okay.
So that stretches her shoulder big time.
Okay. That requires another angle, so hold on. And it's so graceful. It's amazing. Just beautiful. Well, Liz's background is dance, obviously, you can tell. She's so graceful. What you do with your hands is amazing, just in terms of being a dancer on your feet. It just makes my job easier to do, to shoot. And, oh, that's a stretch. Hold on. We'll get that.
And I'll finish with one really good one.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Let me get another angle. Hold on.
Of this?
Stay there. Just one variation over here. And also too, in terms of shooting, I'm just going to tell them one more thing. I have taught before. I taught at the School of Visual Arts one class, but I always tell the young photographers, shoot different angles. Just don't stay in the same spot when you're shooting. So that's why I wanted to show you today. I'm shooting on the deck this way. I'm shooting overhead. Shoot as many different ways as you can, because you never know when you could get an amazing shot just by experimenting. And the big takeaway is I've always had fun doing this, always. And that's why I continue to do this after so many years. But as a photographer, even an amateur photographer, when you're taking your photos with your iPhone, take different angles. You will be amazed at what you can do. So if you just take low, take high, take close up, back off, I mean, you could take amazing shots with your phone just by that little extra information. So I hope you have fun doing that, you guys.
Okay.
So this is the last one
So
here.
here we go.
Okay.
So
we go.
Liz, you're going to, this is going to open her chest, stretch her pectorals.
Okay, so
Stay,
we're gonna-
stay put. Now reach back and give me your arms, your hands. That's it. Up your shoulders. Now look up and set her down. Right there.
That's a really cool angle. So good.
Okay, and release. Now, final one.
Okay.
You're going to roll back onto my shins. Bring your hands behind my neck. Interlace your fingers behind my neck. Put your head down. Okay? Take a deep breath. And exhale. Release, inhale. And exhale.
Beautiful.
And release down. Lay in front of the floor. Release your hands. Arms by your sides.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Thank you
you
so
go.
much. I'm going to come down there.
Thank you, Luciana.
I'm coming down.
Good job, Jenny.
You guys are incredible, truly.
I'm coming down.
So flexible, and you make the poses look so seamless, just so fluid. My goodness. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Thai
you.
massage really is like a dance. When you do the whole session, the person receiving it doesn't even know what's happening. They just know how they
You
feel when
just-
it's over.
You just sort of dance with the flow of it.
Floating.
from my ballet background.
That's right.
My degree is in dance education, so I just love movement where it does flow and it looks aesthetic. And as Luciana, we just love what we do,
Okay.
and we have fun with what we do as well. Even
And
if it's
that's
relaxing.
the main thing.
And she has a way of capturing it.
Yes, Luciana just captures the essence of not just us singly as individuals, but also the energy of the two of us together. And it's just so easy to work with
You got
Luciana.
great chemistry too. You guys, come on.
How did you meet? Let's even go there. How did you?
Well, I was getting on a plane in Turks and Caicos
Mhm.
after one of my clients. We did a shoot at Turks and Caicos, Margot,
Oh yeah, right.
and
That's right.
she got me into doing the core fitness at Excel's. It's weird because I was taking these classes every day. She made me take those classes every day. So I noticed my body starting to change. I'm at the airport going back to JFK. I get a phone call from the book publisher asking me, would I be interested in shooting this core fitness book? I said, oh my gosh, I've been doing this all week in Turks and Caicos. Absolutely. And that's the relationship. I don't know what year that was, but
It was 2014 or 2013.
yeah, like 5 years ago. It was like
Wow.
5 years ago. That's how we met.
We have some wonderful Q&A questions for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So, and this kind of goes back to my original question to you, but do you prefer to shoot photos on digital or on film?
Now it's just an image is an image. All that is to me is technical. It's easier to shoot digital than film. It's less process. I get to see it immediately. So I guess right now I would have to say digital.
Okay. A question from Corey.
Okay.
And please include that bit in the question.
Okay.
Will Luciana be having another show this year if the pandemic allows?
Of course. Oh, of course. Of course I will. Oh, wow. I have one. I've still been selling art. Robin Wright's gallery sold a few pieces for me during this whole time. Karen Maddox from, I think it's Maddox Contemporary Gallery. She does an online show weekly. She does a 10,000 email blast. So all her artists, we submit based on theme. So on July 11th, there's a theme, I think, called, I don't know, shadows or something like that. So I've got a lot of work with shadows. So I'm going to submit to that. So yes, absolutely.
You're finding a lot of different outlets, which is brilliant.
I have to.
Of course you have to. Yep.
Really, this is a time I feel of a real reflection, real evaluation on many levels. I think being an artist, I've always been really, really open to everything, spiritually speaking as well as creatively. It's all connected. So for me, this time has been amazing. For others, it's been difficult because they don't have that awareness or creativity. So I feel I've been just really lucky in so many levels. And I will have a show, of course, when the gallery's open.
What's your core formula behind all of your shoots?
My what? I couldn't hear.
Your core formula.
Core formula?
Yes. And that's a Montgomery Fraser question. That's a very surprising question coming from Mr. Fraser.
And it's not to do with core fitness.
No, your core formula. That's right.
Montgomery. Core formula. Wow. Could I just say I'm an intuitive. There's no set formula, but yet my work looks alike. I don't know why. It always has a style, stylistically. But I don't go out premeditated saying, oh, I'm going to have a formula for this. I'm going to have a formula for that. No, I don't work like that. I work so raw, out of the box. And it just, I've freed myself so much in my head that I can create effortlessly. And I think that's because I'm older too. Once you free yourself in your head, you're able to really create and explore. And the last few years have been the most creative times of my life, I think,
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
A message from Ben. What motivates you in all aspects of your creativity?
Let's see, what motivates me? Oh, wow. Gosh, that's a tough thing. I'm so visual. So just going through life, looking around at those flowers, looking around at architecture, furniture. I go through life, I think, different than most people. It's a blessing, but it could be a curse because I feel sometimes I'm too sensitive in terms of what I feel. But that's what makes you good at what you do. If you're if you're empathetic. But I think just, traveling is always so inspiring, being in different cultures, being with different people, if I were with the same group of people all the time, I'd shoot myself. I have a really eclectic group of friends. I really do. And friends I've had for 30, years. If I like you, if you get close to me, you're a keeper, I'm very generous. So is my husband. And I think that's, how I live life. That's how we should live life. Just be open, be generous, be open to inspiration. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty simple. You might not think so, but I am pretty simple when it comes to certain things. I think I am. I don't know.
Richard Holmes asked,
Mhm.
do you ever feel intimidated by famous photographers? I mean, I know you're no amateur, but I sometimes find myself unsure of the exact setting on my manual dial and it can get me upset. What should I do?
Okay, so do I get flustered or something, or
Do you ever feel intimidated by famous photographers?
no? I'm so old. I'm beyond that. Photography is like breathing to me. So I make it look effortless. It's like a great ballerina. They make it look simple and effortless because it's like breathing to us. So I hate to say it. I've done so many shoots all over the world. Nothing really, intimidates me at this point, or anyone. No one can intimidate me at this point. And that's a really good place to be when you can't be intimidated because you're so secure within your own human being, your own self, and you have that confidence as a human, that
your psyche. You're so comfortable in your skin that you.
Correct.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's such an empowering
and so
to be.
Yeah, it is. It's a very hard place to be for some people, and there's never a time limit on that journey ever.
Correct.
So
That's true.
It's wonderful you are exactly where you are.
But that's a great question.
And then Richard said, I sometimes find myself unsure of the exact setting on my manual dial, and it can get me upset. What should I do?
Oh, okay. So I do not shoot on auto. Never. Unless I'm using my phone. That's the only time. I'm so old school. Everything is all in my brain, calculated. So it's all manual. My brain is still in the manual mode, even in the digital world. I think that's from so many years of experience. I'm talking 30 plus years of experience. I think once you keep shooting and shooting and shooting, it will be effortless to you. The calculations, and I know you're a smart guy, so you're mathematical too. So it's about this calculation, working it out in your brain. And I can just do it really quickly now because I've been doing it so many years. It's like breathing again. I mean, that's basically my best advice. Or take a good photo class too. That would be a really good thing to do too, as well.
He's asking too, by how you've seen my work, does my passion for the art show?
I haven't seen enough of your work to make that assessment. But if you want to email me your portfolio, we could have a one-on-one. I would totally be down with you because I like
what a
you.
gift is that? That's
You're a great guy. And as a teacher for so many years, I taught at the School of Visual Arts, only one class for 10 years straight. I did fashion and beauty lighting with models. I love teaching. I do donate my time now to the High School of Art and Design before this whole, pandemic broke out. I was volunteering. I go in every few months and volunteer for a couple hours because I love teaching so much. And I love when people just get it, when I can teach them or give them that gift of learning and it clicks in their brain. And that's the best gift you could ever get. Oh, it's so exciting when you see kids learn, even adults learn.
Yeah.
Right?
So true.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's really exciting. So yeah, you know how to get hold of me.
Richard, so this is a great gift from Luciana. You must email her, and that's wonderful words of wisdom. Dina McCoy asked, you mainly shoot in natural light. Is it your preference?
Oh, natural light's so much easier. I mean, for me, but you've got to know how to work your natural light. I started out early on when I couldn't afford lights to shoot a natural light. I love it. Natural light's beautiful. Yeah, I would prefer that. But I can light like with strobes, like with anything at all, because I've been doing it so many years as a commercial photographer. But of course, I prefer natural light. Absolutely. And just even being the sunset. I mean, it's magical. Natural light. It's such a gift.
We also, Montgomery asked, how do you adopt that fab headdress look? Which is very fab, and I agree.
What he said? I could hear.
Montgomery asked, how did you adopt that fab headdress look? Which it is. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. Oh my God! First, I was really afraid to do this, and my family thought I was crazy. But whatever. I'm the artist. Well, I'll tell you, it was calculated. I wanted to be recognized. This is going to sound funny. I wanted to be recognized and my work as an artist appreciated before I died. I mean, honestly, there's no mystery on that. So I had to do 150% over and beyond what I'd done for my clients in terms of their branding. So I knew what to wear on the red carpet. I've done this for clients. I knew how to shoot them. I knew how to take their brand in terms of brand elevation to the next level. So I had to do something over the freaking top to stand out. Okay, this is easy. So I started making these flower crowns. And then my husband had some spray paint. So he painted one. I was like, oh, this is great. I mean, I love spray paint or any kind of paint. So I'm all over that. But I love the part of creating something unique And anyone who creates their own brand, this is great information, I think, could tell you as a brand specialist in terms of brand elevation for other clients. I had the knowledge. I knew what was going to photograph well. And I knew that I had to create something different. You have to be different and unique. I mean, look at David Bowie. Look at all these different artists, Madonna. But look at all these people. They really use their own creativity. I paint my arms. I paint my body now. I make my own outfits. But the crown is really, and this is really a strong belief that we all must never lose self-respect. And we are all queens or kings, and it's about self-respect. And I wanted to have a really clear message, a good message to men and women and kids as well. You know, never lose sight that you are valuable and worthwhile, you know, ever, you know, because we do that in our journey in life. But this is a remembrance, never to forget that.
That's so true. Montgomery asked, do you spend a lot of time on retouching like they do in the fashion beauty worlds?
No. No. Okay, I'm old school, Montgomery. I want to get that light out of the gate. I want to make sure you're lit, so we save money on the back end for our clients. They don't want to be spending money on retouching. I don't want to be spending time retouching. So no, I don't retouch a lot of stuff. I really don't. Maybe I'm lazy, but I think if things are over retouched, it's not reality. I like the rawness to keep it real, and also to light well. I mean, come on, that's your job. You got to light well if you're a photographer, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Corey asked, do you see people emulating you, or, for lack of a better phrase, adopting your style as a base and then adding their own touch?
Okay, so say that again. So Corey said what?
Do you see people, Corey said, do you see people emulating you, or, for lack of a better phrase, adopting your style as
No.
a base and then adding their own touch?
No, I'm oblivious. I'm in my own world. No, I don't notice it. No. I don't see anyone going around with 6-foot long hair extensions, right? And a crown on their head, painting their body. I don't see anybody like that. I'm just oblivious. I'm in my own world creatively, so I don't notice that. I don't know. So, I don't.
Luciana, who do you feel right now, like kind of, you know, looking at past this insane time that we're in right now, what do you see for yourself? What areas would you like to explore creatively that you haven't done before? Because I feel like you're constantly pushing the envelope to really find and discover new ways of expressing yourself, right? Which is what you've really talked about. So what would be now for you?
Yeah, well, of course it's you know, still shooting, still being creative, painting. It's now becoming more you know, it's so funny. I've been doing home design and home refinishing for 25 years. Just people don't know about it. I hired professionally to design and decorate and curate art. So I think I would like to do more of that. I've been, and it's actually about helping people really in terms of how to refinish a floor, how to refinish what you have existing. Repurposing is really important to me, rather than going out and buying all new stuff. Plus, who has extra money for that? No, I'd rather have the ability to take something existing like this and paint it differently. I mean, and it's rewarding, I think, for people, and just to show people that it's possible to beautify your own home, and you can do it, especially now more than ever. So I was thinking about doing a blog about home design, home style, because I have so much content now because I just redid this house. I didn't think it was possible in my brain until I YouTubed how to refinish the floor. And I figured out a technique that I was so happy with. I think that's because of the art background, that you can do that. You know, you can do things that you never thought were possible. So that really pushed me, you know, in a creative way.
I see a book coming along, my friend. I don't just see a blog, I see a book from that. And I love that, really taking
Fabulous.
elements from your house and kind of being able to refinish and refurbish ideas. I love that. And especially cost effective for where we are right now. It's a really great idea.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, it's a real need right now. People are beautifying our homes so much now. We're all in our yards gardening, or in our apartments refinishing or reorganizing our closets and repurposing. Why not repurpose? That goes for clothes too. I mean, I don't buy new things all the time. Absolutely not. I'll go into a thrift store. I'll go in. I mean, this is great. I was in TJ Maxx the other day, and I got the most gorgeous dresses I had on clearance for $15. I love that. I love shopping like that. You know, I'll shop like that. That's just me. You know, it's just going in and searching for it and having the eye to really find it. And same with furniture stuff. You can go into a thrift store and find some great furniture. Even on the side of a road, I've picked up stuff. So, I mean, I'm pretty shameless that way. So,
Montgomery said you should do a series on the many aspects of your multiple facets of creativity. I agree. I absolutely agree. Luciana, what would you say to your younger self right now in this time? How to be free, how to take risks. And how would you guide?
What would I say to my younger self now?
Yes.
Don't stress so much. Oh, I was so serious and so intense when I was younger. Man, if I had just relaxed, you know, and just not put so much pressure on myself, it would have been a lot easier. Much more silly or funny now and less serious than I've ever been my entire life. Yeah, I would have said, cut yourself a break, you know, ease off on the stress of yourself. So.
Good advice. And any collaborations that you would see in the future of interesting faces and people that you really, like, sitting at a dinner table right now, you're like, oh my God, that kind of face, that kind of unique body is someone that I want to get into their world.
Oh, well, I'm doing a big project with Aaron Paul, the singer, the musician. So that's kind of cool. I was working on it. I shot like 6 different times. It's called Pop Art, the song. It's not out yet. The video's not done. Everything was kind of put on hold. Plus, he had many other releases. So that I shot I shot video. So that's kind of out of my world of still photography. But I shot video, but I shot it really just so raw. Like, you haven't seen Aaron like this before. I painted him gold. I put him in a bathtub. I mean, I did all crazy stuff with him. And he's fun to create with. Another fun one to create with is Montgomery. He's always game for anything. You know?
Yes, he is. He's the
always
best.
Game.
Always game. Yep.
You were so cool when you came. I said, I was shooting your portrait for some magazine, and it was Evie magazine. And I want to put a fishnet over your head. You're like, I was like, man, this guy is cool. I want to wear fishnet gloves. Fine. You were so game. And I think that's what I love about working with other creatives. You have to be so open just to explore stuff you've never explored before. And I'm open to that, you know? So, so there's stuff coming down the road.
Denise Peru is asking, how do you market yourself as an artist?
market myself as an artist. Well, there's galleries. I'm involved with different galleries that do the marketing. But I think I basically, through social media, I built my brand, and also marketing in terms of, I just call it just meeting people, establishing relationships with people, real relationships, on the ground relationships, not like cyberland. Even though I have a lot of people I converse with in social media, but I think to meet and to be genuinely interested in people, because I totally am. So I guess marketing seems so calculated to me, you know. You just be yourself. That's the main thing, and be unique and be yourself, and that's the biggest takeaway I can give you right now.
Richard, I'm curious as to, do you bring a different aspect? Right. I'm curious as you do bring a different aspect of vision to a video project.
We've got a beautiful private jet flying over. Hold on. It's going. It's coming out of West Hampton. I have to hear the
So Richard's asking, he's curious to know if you bring a different aspect of vision to a video project as you would a still series shoot.
It's it's funny. The hardest thing for me to wrap my brain around when I started shooting video was shoot more. Just keep rolling. I call it rolling. Just keep rolling. I, as a photographer, would shoot still photography. Shoot it. Done. Stop. Got it. Go. So that was the hardest thing for me to learn, shooting video. Creatively, I think I see I see things in video as well. I see my visuals in video in terms of sequential. So that isn't, that's not such a hard stretch. But it was just basically the most intimidating thing, I guess, was learning the technical part of it. But that's just technical. Anybody can be a technician, everybody. They're not going to pay you to be a technician. They're going to pay you for your creativity and your ideas. I'm like the poster child for that. I wasn't very technical when I first started. I learned, I would get to jobs and I would hire older assistants because they were technical masters. And I learned from them.
Wow.
Pretty well, right? But you're going to be paid for your ideas, not your technical ability.
I want to give you some beautiful accolades just to make you feel good as you're making all of us on this wonderful evening sharing your inspiration and your thoughts. So we're so grateful to you. Lestat Watley said she was fabulous shooting, great eye and technique Luciana has. Montgomery Fraser, you're inspiring and you make everyone feel so comfortable.
You're the best.
Dina McCoy, it's obvious you put a lot of love in your work and now in your home. Thank you so much for sharing so much of yourself every day. During the pandemic, your vision has brought a lot of joy to those who follow you. Love you, Luciana. Oh, it's really gorgeous.
That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I feel so grateful and I feel so blessed. I was telling Liz and Fred and my husband Dave Warren, I am so grateful every day, and I feel so blessed to even be here, talking to you, even being asked by you. I was like shocked. Oh, really? You want me to? I'm not an entertainer, to be on your show. So I was grateful to that, for that. But I feel so blessed and grateful that people are even interested, honestly, and happy. Thank you.
Yes, you do. So Lestat has some questions for you. How do you know what specifics and the best point of view to shoot from for projects are?
I've been doing this so long. I've been doing it so long. I don't know. Hang me anywhere, out the window, off a train, off a bus, or off a plane. It's something that it's just instinct now. It's just my eyes. But it's also, and I told my students, just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. You're training your eye. My eye is so trained right now because I've been doing it practically all my life. So again, I said with the angles, remember the angles? So I tell the students, you shoot low, you shoot high, you shoot from this angle, close up, pull back. So always keep that in mind, okay?
Okay. So Corey, just a few more accolades. Corey said they both have such amazing energy. It is intoxicating and a true breath of fresh air.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you so much.
Denise, so grateful for your friendship of over 35 years. Congratulations on your success and your
Happy
ability
birthday.
to inspire others. Richard said, hang me anywhere. So great. Luciana, do you feel any competition with any other specific photographers?
No. No, I'm in my own little bubble.
Yeah.
And I'm all of them confident. I know what everybody has a gift. Every photographer, and I love other photographers. I've got great photographer friends. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I appreciate, I don't think of it as competition. I appreciate everybody's art and unique vision. Okay. So that's a good way to look at things rather than competition. Look at it as unique vision and gift. Everybody has a gift. So I look at it that way. And I encourage people, other photographers, young photographers, other, photographers that are experienced come to me. What do you think about that? Okay. Try this way. I mean, I think there's no competition. I mean, for me, no. Oh.
Well, Luciana, I can't thank you enough for bringing us into your home, for showing us a taste of your process, for your amazing talent, who are, I think, the most flexible people I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
they are. They're amazing.
Yeah, they just, I don't even know how you contorted your bodies into those positions, but it was spectacular on a Monday evening. Oh, she's going to shoot some more. Yes. And truly, you are a gift. You are an inspiration to many. And we can't thank you enough for spending an hour of your time with us on this beautiful Monday evening. Please come back.
I'm going to shoot you too sometime. Come on.
I would be honored to be shot by you.
It'll be fun. We'd have a blast.
And so, I mean, this is all about connecting and collaborating and building our creative community to inspire one another. So truly, thank you guys so much. We will be sending out a following reminder. Please, everyone, donate to this amazing Luciana. As you can see, Concierge has been updating and there's ads, and tomorrow we will send out this the YouTube video. And I'm sorry that there's any technical issues. There is a storm brewing, but everyone, please stay safe during this time, and we can't wait to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.